Well, hi, friends. This is Tom from the Timmy Tom Show. You know, one of the greatest things we can do here in America is vote. And I'd like to share with you today some of the reasons that I'm going to vote for Mr. Trump. I know a lot of people don't like Mr. Trump, but think about the things that I'm going to tell you and see if that will affect you in any way. First of all, I like Mr. Trump because he does what he says he's going to do. Unlike a lot of politicians who will tell you one thing to get elected and then not do it or have some reason why it can't be done the way they originally thought it could be done.
We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by you know the thing.
Trump says, I'm going to do this, and he goes ahead and does it. He said he was going to make America great again.
And yes, together, we will make America great again.
He did. He made the American economy the greatest in the history of America. The stock market increased in value $30 trillion. That meant everybody's savings account, everybody's retirement account, everybody's investments profited by that greatly. He also reduced unemployment to the lowest number in 60 years. That means more blacks, more Hispanics, more Asians, more women have good jobs than ever before. Now, sometimes people say, well, you know, this guy is greedy. He gives up his salary to charity every year. In fact, he doesn't manage his assets while he's president. And due to that, they estimate that he has lost over $650 million since becoming president. He's given that up to take the job of president. People say he's racist. I don't think that's true.
African American communities have suffered under Democratic control. To those I say the following: what do you have to lose?
All of his companies have minorities in high executive positions. In his own cabinet, he has minorities, and he's appointed many, many other minorities at all levels of government. In fact, he has given more to black colleges than any other president in the history of America. And lastly, important to me, is that he supports religious freedom. And he doesn't do it just with talk like other presidents have done. He takes action. For example, he ordered all departments of the federal government to stop discriminating against religious people, to see that they are eligible for all the programs that non-religious people can have. That wasn't happening before, but it's happening now. And this is so important that the founders of our country made this, religious freedom, the First Amendment to our U.S. Constitution. Just add up those reasons. He does what he says. He's not a racist. He's not greedy. And he really does believe in religious freedom for all. That's the reasons that I'm voting for him. I'd like you to think about those things and consider voting for him yourself. Until the next time, this is Tom. God bless you all.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. All right, we are live. What's up, guys? This is Timmy from the Timmy and Tom Show. Hope you guys are doing well. Today, because the election's coming up in about 11 days, we wanted to give you guys some reasons on who we're voting for. We are voting for President Donald Trump. Right there, we're voting for Trump. And I wanted to give you some reasons why we're doing that, okay? So, a couple things first. This election, this is not for a president. This is for a platform. I'm voting for his policies. I'm voting for his platform. I get a lot of people don't like Trump. And honestly, a lot of people don't like Biden either. But you're not voting for a president. You're voting for their platform and their policies. And the platforms are entirely different. One side believes in abortion on demand, or Biden wants to make abortion, the Roe v. Wade, the law of the land, so you can have abortion any single time you want. What that means is murdering a baby in the womb, even up till birth. Now, lots of the other side, on the Democratic side, oppose the Born Alive Act, which basically said if a baby is born alive, they have to, after abortion, if it's still born alive, they have to save that baby. Democrats oppose that rule. Trump doesn't. Trump is actually pro-life, and he's appointed 3 pro-life judges to the Supreme Court. Now, this is going to have huge implications. One of the reasons is because of religious freedom, okay? and also being pro-life, protecting those rights of those unborn in the womb. Because if they don't have rights, no one has rights. And the Democratic Party, just a little history, was the party of slavery. You can do your history. And the KKK came out of the Democrats in the South who didn't want black people to vote Republican. In fact, 2/3 of everybody they killed were black people, and 1/3 of everybody they killed were white Republicans from the KKK. That's history. You can look it up, man. Now, it's the same party today that still says this person, these people over here, they're not real people. They said the slaves long ago, and now they're saying the babies are like that same way. That they don't matter. They're not real people. You can abort it in the name of convenience. That's just not right. And this is, for anybody who has had an abortion, this is not condemnation. But this is to say we need to change public policy. This is what we need to change in America right now. And Trump is doing his darndest to appoint judges to do that. Now, this is funny too. Joe Biden said, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. If you don't vote for me, you ain't black. Okay, so let's talk about what Trump and Biden has done for the black community, right? Biden, the '94 crime bill, locked up countless minorities for minor offenses.
Of them will become the predators 15 years from now. And Madam President, we have predators on our streets.
Some of them are still in jail today. What did Trump do? He passed the First Step Act. Now, the First Step Act was prison reform. What did he do in that? Basically said, if you're doing good, if you're in jail for a minor offense and you have good credits and good terms with the guards, you can apply to get out. 1,800 successful reentries back into society. One of those people he had speak at the Republican National Convention.
But by the grace of God and the compassion of President Donald John Trump, I stand before you tonight, and I assure you, I'm not a ghost. I am alive. I am well.
He passed prison reform. Obama didn't pass prison reform. Trump did. Now, let's also talk about HBCs, or historically black colleges. Did you know Trump guaranteed funding to historically black colleges for 10 years? Lots and lots of money. He guaranteed that. You know, if this guy's a racist, he's a terrible one at that. Trump's not racist. He's got countless black, brown, yellow, whatever flavor you are supporting him. It's only the mainstream media that wants to make only white people that are supporting Trump. That's not true, man. It's not true at all. I know plenty of people who aren't white who are supporting Trump.
Guys, please share this video because the news isn't showing it. All minorities supporting the police and America, please share this video.
Joe Biden also said poor kids are just as smart and just as talented as white kids. That's pretty bad. '94 crime bill. He also recently said that if you're an 8-year-old kid, you should be able to change your sex. Said that in the debate. There shouldn't be any discrimination about transgender kids. That doesn't make sense to me. You might as well put your, have your kid say, hey, I want to put my finger in an electric socket. Or, hey, I think it's a good idea if, I should go walk across the freeway with speeding cars coming. You might as well be doing that to your kid. Yep, he wants to make Roe v. Wade the law of the land. Oh, and here's another thing. Democrats oppose school choice. Why would they oppose school choice? Why would you have to send your kid to a school in your area? Why not send him to a better, like the city right over, the school that's better than that? Trump supports school choice. Why would you just want to send your kid to a bad failing school with bad teachers? You want to send your kid to the best school. Guess what? The Republicans support that.
But I have some good news for you, because I am pleased to inform you that your long wait is over. I can proudly announce tonight that an opportunity scholarship has become available. It's going to you, and you will soon be heading to the school of your choice.
Republicans support pro-life, pro-God, and they're also pro-gun. Now, this is the Harris administration. This is not the Biden administration. This is the Harris administration. I'll tell you why. Harris is the most far-left senator and candidate that we have ever seen on the ticket. Yeah, Biden's not going to be president. Harris will be president. And guess what? She's one heartbeat away if Biden wins. She'll take away your guns. She'll use the government agencies, the FBI, the CIA, the IRS, just like we saw in the Obama administration, target religious individuals, take away religious freedom. And she won't take away churches, but she'll take away the churches that aren't for her. She'll use the other churches that are not for her. And she wants abortion on demand. Another thing why I'm voting for Trump is border security. He's not against immigration. He's against illegal immigration. Okay? Now, this is something that people lie about all day long. He's built a wall. He's kept his promises. He's kept a whole bunch of his promises. He's built the wall. He is deporting people that are breaking the law, okay, that should not be here. And those who want to get into this country and become good citizens, he's making a way for that. Check this out. Did you know Trump cut worldwide abortions? Cut funding in his first week in office. He cut funding to abortions worldwide. Didn't know that, huh? Didn't know he cut funding to Planned Parenthood either. Fun fact, Planned Parenthood was started by Margaret Sanger, who was a eugenicist and a racist. Also, Trump supports school choice. Oh, talk about the peace deals in the Middle East. So he had a peace deal with Israel and the Middle East and the United Arab Emirates and a whole bunch of other Arab countries, which you don't see that. That's amazing. And he's a real friend of Israel. So if you're a Christian, you need to know about this. He moved the embassy to Jerusalem, from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. Now, when you do that, that's a huge thing because there's this big battle going on between the Palestinians and everybody else in Israel about who owns Jerusalem. Well, Trump moved the U.S. embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem, recognizing that Jerusalem is the capital of Israel and that the Jews have that inherent birthright from God. That's good news. And God says to Israel, those who bless you, I will bless, and those who curse you, I will curse. And praise God that we have a president who is blessing the land and the people of Israel. Yeah, he's Israel's greatest friend. So, in short, the main reason I'm voting for Trump is because he's pro-life. He's pro-life, he's pro-God, he's pro-Second Amendment, he's pro-American. American values that all men are created equal and are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights. That are among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And believe me, it's either him or it's socialism.
No, God! No, God, please, no!
Socialism is responsible for the death of over 100 million people worldwide. And I'm sick of this argument that says, oh, we just haven't got it right yet. No. You look at China, Cuba, North Korea, India. You can go down the line. You can go down the line. Russia, USSR. Every place where socialism and the far left radical ideals have been tried, starting with socialized healthcare, have just led to death. And that's what we see in the Harris administration. We see that in the Harris administration, that she will import and use these socialist policies. Now in the Trump administration, though, I'll tell you, we're winning. In America, we're winning right now with Trump. And God's blessed us also. He's surrounded himself with tons of pastors. This guy's prayed for every day by pastors. And it's amazing to see. So, with that being said, let's continue to pray for our nation, pray for our leaders, whoever gets in office. And Trump 2020. Yeah. Shout out to the Hodge twins.
Come on. Hot, sicker than your average. Pop a twist, cabbage on instinct. Niggas don't think tits, think big gators. My Detroit.
Oh, one more thing also. Trump supports law and order, okay? Not this defund the police stuff. It's ridiculous, okay? You got these Democrat governors who are letting protests happen for 100 days straight. Not even call it protests anymore. That's like setting up their own little nation called Chaz and Chop or whatever the heck that was. And it's crazy because they don't want to get that out. And Trump comes in 30 minutes, he cleans up the whole place. So, yeah, come on. You see where they defund the police, murder rates increase. It's kind of common sense. Murder rates increase. New York, everybody's leaving New York. Everybody's leaving California because we're run by the far left Democrats, Democrat policies. So it's time to get them out. It's time to make America godly again. Time to make America great again. And let's get it. Trump 2020.